Triratna Saranam Namo Amitabhaya Buddhaya. Homage to the lineage masters and the triple gems. As you know that we are discussing or going through the chapters of the book written by Acharya Santideva. The book name is Bodhicharya Avatara, and we are in the first chapter, which is called Bodhicitta Nusamsa, which can be translated into English as a praising of the awakened mind. Okay, so we are in stanza 10, 11, and 12 currently, and we have already discussed stanza of 1 to 9. Okay, so let's revise what we studied in the stanza from stanza 1 to 9, and then we'll go discussing about the stanzas 10, 11, and 12. So in stanza 1 we saw that Acharya Santideva started his book by paying homage to the all lineage masters, as well as the triple gems, which are, I mean, the triple gems means the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Okay, and then he started he said what is the intention behind creating this book. Okay, he said he was very humble enough to say that he knows nothing. He doesn't have that skill of collecting books, and also he's not reciting or not creating this thing for others. He's creating this thing only for himself, so that he become habituated with the conduct of the enlightened being. And if there is someone else who has same interest like his, then it will be useful for that person also. Okay, so that's what he said in stanza 1 to 3. And from stanza 4, in stanza 4 he talked about Chern Sampati, which means the wealth of the moment, if we translate it in English, which means that any moment in which you have developed the interest, desire to know what Buddha has said, what he has taught, and you have developed the interest to contemplate about those teachings, as well as you have developed interest in meditating. Okay, then that particular moment is known as is called as precious moment, because in that moment has capacity to liberate you out of these suffering realms. Okay, so in that's what he said in stanza 4. And in stanza 5, he was he was saying, he was leveling the mind of the six realms, starting from the hungry ghost to the higher realms of God. Okay, of the desire being realm, or form realm, or formless realm. So he was leveling the mind of these six realms as as a ignorant mind. He was depicting this ignorant mind in the form of dark, clouded night. And he was saying that because of if just like when in the dark night, if there is lightning, then you are able to see the things around you for a moment. Similarly, with the with the blessings of the Buddha and Bodhisattvas, um, the desire to do the virtuous things, virtuous deeds arises in one's mind. That's what he was saying in stanza 5. But in stanza 6, he was saying that, but that moment doesn't last long, because the power of the unvirtuous deeds we did in several lives, previous lives, is very strong. That overwhelms us, and we miss that precious moment, and then we just go in our old habitual pattern. Okay, so 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 he was saying in stanza 6 that if there was nothing such as the sambodhicitta, which means bodhicitta, then what other type of positive things, would have a capacity to nullify all those negative deeds, imprints of those all negative deeds, um, in our mind? What other type of positive deeds or virtuous deeds have capacity to remove those imprint from our mind, which we imprinted because of our habitual patterns since um, several past life, incountable several past life. Okay, that's what he was saying in stanza 6. And then in stanza 7, he was saying, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they contemplated for eons and eons and found out that only Bodhicitta has capacity to produce the happiness. Okay, and not only one's happiness but other happiness also, because only this has capacity to go on increasing the happiness. Okay, it never fails to give the that positive desirable state, due to which the happiness goes on increasing in you, as well as with that happiness. When you are happy, it's obvious, isn't it? Yeah. If you are happy, then you can make other people happy. So if one has generated bodhicitta, then that person own's happiness also goes on increasing, as well as he can help many beings get out of the suffering realms. Okay. um, so in stanza 8, he was talking about the three type of mental inclination. The first type was the ordinary beings, who just wants happiness. They don't think about other life or other people's happiness. They just want their own happiness anyhow. Okay, and they are not interested in liberation. They are not interested in liberating other people also. So this type of people, they just are involved in eight type of worldly concerns. They just want money, they want those power, they want beauty, fame, all those things. They are just involved in those type of things. Okay, and then second type of mentality uh, is that this mind knows fruitlessness of this sixth realm. Okay, wherever you are born, everyone knows no one wants to born in the hungry coast or hell realm or any animal realm. No one wants to go to that realms. But the second type of people knows the fruitlessness of the god realms also. Okay, yeah, they know that there is extremely pleasure there, intense pleasure, as well as the duration of that pleasure is also very, very, very long, which we cannot count. um, but still, those those pleasures are impermanent, and once the karma to experience those pleasure finishes, then the mind can die from there. I mean, get separated from the body of that realm, and then end up getting born in any of the other realms. Okay, so wherever you are born, there's no satisfaction. So this second type of mind knows about this. So they want to renunciate renunciate all the six realms. They don't want to get born in any of the six realms and go out of this realm. So this type of people's mentality is like that. And then there is third type of people inclination, mental inclination, that knows the fruitlessness of these six realms as the second type of mind, mental inclination, but also they they know that the other beings are also trapped in this realm of existence. So they want to not only get not only get out of the these six realms, but they want to help other beings, other motherly beings, to get out of this realm. So these three type of mentalities, um, people, whichever type of mentality you have, if you the bodhicitta is beneficial to any of these three mentality. Okay, that's what Acharya Santideva was hinting in stanza 8. And in stanza 9, Acharya Santideva was, metaphorically saying these six realms of existence as a prison. Okay, and the beings who are born in this realm as a prisoners. Okay, so if this even these prisoners who are trapped in this cyclic existence, if they generate bodhicitta, then they become worthy of praise by humans as well as gods. Okay, that's what Acharya Santideva was saying in stanza 9. Now come to the today's stanza 10. In these three stanzas, today's three stanzas, he is, naming or labeling the bodhicitta as a chemical which has capacity to turn one quality, one type of material with different type of quality to entirely different quality, material with a different quality. So in stanza 10, he says that he's saying asuci pratima, which means the impure statue, which he is pointing towards the body of the human beings or animals or any of the six realms. So he's saying this impure statue or impure body, which we have obtained because of the negative past negative karmas. Okay, so he says that this bodhicitta has capacity to turn in and take this impure statue, impure body, and then turn it into the priceless body of the Buddha. Okay, that's what Acharya Santideva is saying. So simply saying, he's saying that if someone generates the bodhicitta, then his body will change into the body of Buddha. Okay, that's what he's saying in stanza 10. So that's why he's suggesting, so take a hold of this bodhicitta very tightly, because it has capacity to turn this pathetic body, impure body, into the body of the Buddha. Okay, so and then in stanza 11, he is saying that there's a word here, there's a term here, gati patana vipravasa sila. Okay, that means the dweller of the town of cycling existence. Okay, cycling existence means the realm, six realms, where human beings, or I mean any beings, not only human beings, any beings can get born according to their karma. Okay, so in that sense, we are like, we might think that this house is my permanent house, this earth is my permanent place, or this house is my permanent place, residence place. But in fact, as long as we live, this earth is our home. But when you die, when you leave this body, then you can get born in any of the six realm. So in that sense, we are a traveler. Okay, we are just keep on migrating, so immigrating like one country to another country. So he is saying, in the similar sense, he is saying gatipattana vipravasasila means, oh wanderer, okay, or oh immigrant of these realms. Okay, these six realms. Okay, so so he's referring to us who are bound to die and then take born in any of the six realm. He's telling us to firmly hold this bodhicitta, which can act as a precious gem, which can be useful while we are wandering in this realm, in a realm of cycling existence. Okay, so in stanza 11, he's saying that the Buddha and Bodhisattvas who have immeasurably wise, whose wisdom they have, that's how, I mean, that's how big wisdom they have. Okay, apramiya divir means like who has, in we can't fathom how wise they are. Okay, that's what it means. So such type of beings, I mean, Buddha and Bodhisattva, who are the only one leader, okay, which will lead us to the, out of this suffering, has you know examined it, the bodhicitta, very carefully. Okay, this bodhicitta has been examined by the Buddha and Bodhisattvas very carefully, and they have found out it's really really precious. Okay, for the beings like us who has habit of immigrating or migrating from this one realm to another realm. Okay, that's what the stanza 11 means. Okay, so he's saying, take hold of this precious gem. It will be really useful for you for wherever, whichever, city of realm you go. Okay, because this has been examined by the Buddha and Bodhisattvas who have insurpassable wisdom. Okay, so they have said that it's really 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 priceless, this bodhicitta. So just take hold of this precious gem. That's what he's saying in stanza 11. He's referring bodhicitta as a precious gem here. In the stanza 10, he was referring bodhicitta as a chemical who has capacity to turn, the filthy thing to the, precious gem. Similarly, in 11, he's saying bodhicitta as a precious gem, which can be used in any of the realm wherever you just tour around. Okay, so that's what he is saying in 11. So in 12, he is saying bodhicitta is a tree, which fulfilling tree, which never cease to produce the fruit. Okay, so he's comparing, bodhicitta as well as and other virtuous deeds. Okay, there are two type of virtuous deeds. Okay, one is the virtuous deed which has the wisdom in it. Okay, compassion and wisdom. If there is compassion and wisdom, that becomes the bodhicitta. Okay, so if there is compassion but there is no wisdom involved in that compassion, then that's just a virtuous deed. Okay, so that virtuous deed also has capacity to produce the result. Okay, good result, happy result. Okay, but once that virtuous, I mean, result of that virtuous deed, compassion only is gives the fruit, then the virtuous deed will die, like a banana tree. Once the banana tree produces the fruit, then the try the and then after that, once the fruit is I mean produced from the banana tree, then that banana tree cannot produce the fruit again. Okay, so all the virtuous deeds which do not have wisdom in it has the capacity to produce the fruit, but once they give the fruit, that fruit, then that's it. Okay, after that the tree cannot bear any more fruit. But bodhicitta, which means if any compassionate act is mixed with the is accompanied with the wisdom, then that becomes bodhicitta, and this type of bodhicitta keeps on producing fruit. Okay, that's what Acharya Santideva is saying in stanza 12. Okay, so he's seeing or labeling the bodhicitta as a wish fulfilling tree that keeps on continuously giving the fruit. It never ceases. Whereas other virtuous deeds, once they give the fruit, and then they stop producing any more fruit, like a banana tree. That's what Acharya is saying in 12. So in this way, we saw that Acharya Santideva is, trying to give the importance of bodhicitta by in the language we understand. Okay, we know what is precious gem. Okay, we know what is chemical. Okay, we know what is tree. Okay, so so taking those example understood by the human beings, he's trying to give the big picture of how bodhicitta is. Okay, what how important bodhicitta is. So he's trying to make his points, giving using the terms we understood by the human beings. Okay, so this chapter is about the praising of the bodhicitta. So that's how he's praising the bodhicitta, by saying that it can turn your body into the Buddhas. It can make you Buddha. It can, it can be as a precious gem which you can utilize in any city you wander, any city of the realms you wander, or it can be used as a tree which keeps on producing the fruit. Okay, and as well as he was saying in previous stanza, in stanza 9 he was saying it can turn this pathetic prisoners of this worldly realms into into the Buddha, which is worthy of praise by humans and gods, all those things. So that's how he is praising the Bodhicitta, and encouraging. The reason he's praising is encouraging. This is how he's encouraging everyone to take the Bodhicitta, hold it tightly, because it's beneficial to not only you as well as other beings. Okay, that is the gist of this stanza. um, I think I explained everything. So that's all for today. I'll see you next time. Keep yourself safe. Bhavatu Sarvamangalam.